My name is Michael Salazar, and this is my Philippine story. So yeah, I want to learn how to court girls. I want to know what the process is for you to, date a Filipino girl. I want to know how it's different from here and in the Philippines. Because my understanding was that whatever I was doing in the States, which really I had I had really no experience dating in high school. I really didn't know what I was doing. I was just going with the flow. I did what other people were, at least I did what I thought other people were doing. You talk to the girl of your dreams, the girl that you like, you have fun, you talk to them, have more fun, and then more talking. And then once you reach the peak of your feelings and you feel like, oh yes, I love this girl, I like this girl really much, and I know that there's gonna be more in the future for us and we're gonna live happily ever after. As long as she says yes, I'm going to ask her to be my girlfriend. Or just nonchalantly say, hey, you wanna be my girlfriend? Or hey, I really like you, I like you for these reasons A, B, C, D, E. Will you be my girlfriend? I hope you're getting a better picture of me not really knowing what I was doing. But anyway, so you ask her the question, she says yes, and it's all over, you're together, bada bing, bada boom. And for me, I would try to make it a little more extra, special, because after watching all the, rom-com, chick flicks, every time you see the girl, there's like the music playing in the background, and it just draws you in, or you always feel like there has to be like the slow-mo moment. So again, I was told things were different in the Philippines. And to my understanding, this is how it went. Guy meets the girl, they spend some time together, get to know each other, and then eventually comes the confession. And then the States, again, as I was saying, oh yeah, I really like you, and then put the question in there, will you be my girlfriend? Say yes or no, and it's done from there once she says yes. But again, in the Philippines, once I've spent some time with the girl, we've gotten to know each other, and I confess, I put a limb out there for her to chop off or to keep on, and I let her know, I really like you. And then you just gotta wait for her response and be like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. And if you are so fortunate enough for her to reciprocate and let you know that she likes you too, you're what they call MU, mutual understanding. So yeah, it's called MU. But you're not dating it, or you're not even courting it. MU is just like, I like you, you like me, but we're not doing anything really aggressive on it. We're not moving too fast, and we're not really being so proactive about it. We're just kind of like chill, be sitting across the room and be like, I like you, you like me, we both know it, but maybe there's some reasons why things can't move forward, Siguro, studies muna, studies before relationships, before love life. Strict ang parents mo. Maybe your parents just don't want you to have a relationship at all, at least while you live in their house. Maybe you're just not mature enough in their eyes, or for other reasons that I can't think of right now. So after you've spent the time talking with one another, getting to know another, hang out with one another, and you've confessed, and she can reciprocate, and you guys are considered MU. And then after that, you gotta work on the courting stage. Like, oh, we've been really good friends so far. We've been good acquaintances so far. But if you wanna get a little bit more forward, you gotta establish some kind of status like, I like you, I want you, and I wanna continue to spend time with you, and I'm going to dedicate my time now. Like, I'm drawing an arrow to myself, I'm drawing attention to myself, and letting you know that I'm gonna continue to court you as long as I can, and for the rest of my days. Until you don't like me, or I don't like you, or whatever conditions that come up, or maybe whether we wind up together in the end or not. And I remember when Vim was telling me that he actually asked, the parents of his crush, if he could if he could court their daughter. I was like, wow, that is bold. Yeah, I can hardly believe it. In the States, at least for me, I was just thinking the idea like you just bypass the parent. It doesn't matter what you say, mom or dad, because I love him. But in the Philippines, we're like really cracking down, like, who is this guy? What does he do? What's his association with you? Does he do drugs? Does he do this? Is he Adventist? I'm not a girl, and my mom even asked me if the girl that I like is Adventist. I forget the correct way to say it, but anyway. So yeah, that's how that works. So after the MU, you want to court the girl. you gotta ask the parents. You gotta like show yourself before the parents and not be such a sudden surprise and be like you're trying to like bypass them, try to kick them out, you know, try to replace them in their daughter's life, which obviously you can't. You got zero income, you're a student, and you haven't even proven yourself of what kind of man you are in her life. Life is already difficult. You don't need to make it any more difficult by proving how distrustful you are and trying to think that you can just kick the parents out of the girl's life. So yeah, you definitely want to put yourself out there, even to the parents. Just go out there on a limb and just let them know how much you like their daughter and how, you know, serious you are about it, and how it's just not like basta, or it's just not like whatever to you. Like it actually means something to you. And then once you have their approval, you know, once you get the okay, like you pretty much have the acknowledgement that, okay, you are free to court my daughter. And you're not even together. Basically what that just means is that now you can like spend time openly with her. When other people watch you as you're courting the girl, they just ship you together, and you know, they're just an audience. They be like, ooh, ay, kayo ha, you ha. Then the American version be like, I see you, I see you. You guys are so cute. Can't think of any more American expressions for wooing the two together. Okay, so anyway, after the courting, like once you know, I think they say that, was it like 3 to 6 months, or 6 to 9 months, or maybe 9 to 12 months, depending on, you know, what kind of relationship, what kind of friendship that you already got going, you know, depending on how things are going. Then, and only then, you'll actually ask, you know, will you be my girlfriend? Or of course I would add more to it and, you know, beef it up and say, you know, how much I appreciate you, you know, how special you are to me. And of course, if you're spending this much of a long time with this one person and just committing yourself without the guarantee that you guys are going to wind up together in the end, or even be boyfriend and girlfriend, you're like, that's going to speak out a lot, and it's going to say a lot about what kind of character that you have. And I did hear that, you know, there could be 2 people courting the same girl, and the girl can choose either one. She could benefit from both, but you know, eventually just choose one, or maybe even none. Man-eater style. And if you don't know what a man-eater is, basically a girl who leads guys on, like maybe like gives him like, oh, you know, you're really nice to me, you're really special to me. And usually this will work on the low self-esteem guys, guilty. And usually this is the crowd of people that will say, you know, nice guys finish last. Usually not all, it's just my experience. But yeah, usually like the really pretty girls that, you know, you hope to be with in the end, and you show that you clearly like them, but they just continue to lead you on. They don't give you yes, they don't give you no, they just stall you and reap all the benefits that you give them. But yeah, again, if you survive the whole thing and you get a yes, and hopefully you don't come across a man-eater, or hopefully you don't, you know, it's a nice two-way street and both of you are equal and balanced, and despite the troubles that you've gone through, you passed the preliminary round. Like, this is my 6-month or 9-month impression of who I am. I am Michael Salazar, and I am this. Will you be my girlfriend? You very special, beautiful woman, you. And I really like you a lot. And if you don't, that's okay. I just want to let you know that I really, really like you, and I see a future with you. But yeah, that's pretty much just a rundown of the courting system. You know, my version, my style, the way that I interpreted it. But yeah, Haven told me that, you know, being in the Philippines was the best years of his life. And this may be one of those things that may definitely be a game changer for me. So courting in the Philippines, it's definitely something new that I'm gonna try.